Welcome to your full CRAFTS tutorial. This tutorial will review the administrative settings section of CRAFTS, which is primarily used for system configuration. As I'm sure you're aware, CRAFTS, the Childcare Attendance and Financial Tracking System, is a cloud-based childcare management application designed to simplify operations for childcare administrators and educators. We'll start this training by covering the following topics: an overview of CRAFTS, benefits of using CRAFTS for childcare providers, and understanding the different roles of administrators, educators, and parents in using CRAFTS. Let's start with the overview of CRAFTS. CRAFTS is a comprehensive program that allows childcare centers to generate reports on revenue, allergies, attendance, outstanding payments, and subsidy reconciliation. Some of its key features include messaging, enrollment management, waitlist management, and registration assistance. CRAFTS is designed to help Montessori schools, childcare centers, and licensed home childcare agencies streamline administrative operations in a versatile and user-friendly program. It facilitates electronic fund transfer for Canadian bank-to-bank payment withdrawals, credit card payments, and tracking each transfer check, and even cash payments. Moving on to the benefits of using CRAFTS for childcare providers. It has many benefits, including simplifying administrative tasks, streamlining communication with parents, generating reports on revenue, attendance, birthdays, authorized pickups, allergies, and subsidy reconciliation. There are many more reports, as you can see on screen here, that cover all aspects of managing your program. CRAFTS is great for managing waitlists and enrollments also, and even facilitates providing online registration for parents. Your program automatically receives a public waitlist and childcare registration page, much like what you see on screen right now. Let's get a better understanding of the different ways administrators, educators, and parents typically use CRAFTS. Of the three user personas for CRAFTS being administrators, educators, and parents, administrators have access to all features of the application, including setting up the childcare program, adding staff and children to the system, and generating reports. Educators generally are given access to observations, attendance tracking, and sometimes messaging, depending on their role. Parents have access to online registration messaging. If enabled, they have the ability to change their address, add new family members, download tax receipts and customer statements, and can even submit absent day notifications from the attendance review screen. This section of the CRAFTS tutorial will focus on using CRAFTS as an administrator-level user. The admin panel is where you can access all the features related to the setup of CRAFTS. To access the admin panel, you need to log in with your administrator credentials. Once you are logged in, you'll see a dashboard that shows you an overview of your program with different modules, from the menu on the top of the screen, covering students, employees, users, billing, payments, reports, admin, and more. Depending on your subscription, the top menu may look different for other users based on the roles assigned to them in the system. CRAFTS allows childcare providers to manage multiple locations or campuses for their programs. The term location in CRAFTS simply means the site or campus of your facility locations. Here's how to access and customize location settings. Click on Locations under the General section on the Admin menu. Once on the Locations page, you'll find a list of locations for your program. You'll see information such as the location, phone number, capacity, and active or inactive status for each location. Click the Edit button to make changes to the specifics of each location, such as phone numbers, active or inactive status, and capacity. Note that the capacity is what drives the graphs on the main dashboard of your CRAFTS account. You'll find throughout the app that the locations appear at the top of most screens, allowing the user to filter which locations they want to see. For instance, if you navigate to the Students option on the top menu, then select the Create or Change Enrollments button to view the children enrolled at each location, you'll see all locations for your program listed at the top. The school's functionality exists primarily for school-aged programs that want to track where their students go to school. This is useful for before and after school programs, out-of-school programs, day homes, or home childcare. Follow these steps to manage and add schools. Go to the Admin menu and click on Schools under the General section. Under the list of schools, you will find a comprehensive list of all the schools that your students attend. If a school is not listed, you can easily add it by clicking on the Add School button. In the Add School form, fill out the basic information about the school, such as its name, location, phone number, and whether it is active or inactive. Click Save to add the new school to your list. To assign students to their respective schools, just go to the Students menu and select Create or Change Enrollments. Scroll through the list of enrollments and click on the Edit button next to a student's name you wish to add a school to. In the School section of the enrollment form, choose the appropriate school from the drop-down menu. Then click Save to update the student's enrollment information. That's all there is to it. Lessons are a great way to organize and plan your teaching materials. Let's get started with accessing the Lessons page. Go to the Admin menu and click on Lessons under the General section. You'll be directed to the Lessons page, where you can view and manage your existing lessons. To create a new lesson, click on the Create Lesson button. Fill in the required information such as the title of the topic, a description, and whether the lesson is active or inactive. For example, you can add a lesson called Learning the ABCs with a brief description of the content. When you go back to the main dashboard of CRAFTS, click on the Review Lesson Plans button. You'll see a calendar with the option to add a plan and a plan category beside the calendar heading. If you haven't added lesson plan categories already, click the Add Plan Category button before attempting to add a lesson plan to the calendar so you can easily categorize your lessons. Then, when adding a plan, select the lesson you will be teaching from the Lessons Pick List option and a corresponding category. Fill in the plan description, name, field category, location, room, the start and end dates and times, and you're set. CRAFTS offers a rooms management function that allows you to manage different classrooms in your childcare center. To set up the rooms, go to the Admin menu and click on Rooms option under the General section. Under the List of Rooms heading, you can find a self-made code for each room. The description field will have what you call the room and its capacity. You can assign educators to each room clicking the green Assign Staff button when editing a room. Once rooms have been configured, you can assign children to each room using their enrollment profile. You'll see throughout CRAFTS that assigning children to rooms helps with organizing children. For example, if you go to the Students menu and select the Create or Change Enrollments button, the page will show a list of students categorized by their room. By effectively managing rooms and CRAFTS, you can ensure that your childcare center is organized and running smoothly from a child's data management standpoint. Instead of allowing parents to enter random misspellings of allergies or convolute your allergy data, CRAFTS allows staff to pre-configure a list of allergies that parents can choose from. Here's how administrators can pre-configure allergy lists. Click on the Allergies option under the General section of the Admin menu. You'll see a list of all the allergies that have been entered. To add a new allergy, click on Create Allergy. Create a new unique code for the allergy, its name, possible reactions, remarks, and whether the allergy is currently active or inactive. For example, you can add a latex allergy. Click Save to add the new allergy to your list. To assign allergies to students, go to the Students menu and select Create or Change Child Information. Click the Edit button next to a child's name that you want to add an allergy to. Scroll down to Allergies and select Yes. Select the types of allergies the child has from the pick list. You can also add a new allergy by clicking on Add New button versus picking one from the existing list. By effectively managing allergies in CRAFTS, you can ensure that your students are safe and healthy. Here's how to configure the communicable disease list. Go to the Admin menu and click on Diseases under the General section. You'll see a list of all the diseases that have been recorded in the system. To add a new disease, click the Create Disease button. Add the disease's name and whether the disease is currently active or inactive. For example, you can add hepatitis B as a disease. Click Save to add the new disease to your list. To document which diseases a student had contracted, go to the Students menu and select Create or Change Child Information. Click the Edit button next to a child's name that you want to track a disease for. Scroll down to Has Had Communicable Disease and select Yes. Using the pick list, select the types of disease the child has contracted. You can also add a new disease by clicking on Add New versus picking from the existing list. Once you save the profile, the diseases will be populated on the child's enrollment form found on the Reports menu. To manage the list of immunizations shown in CRAFTS, go to the Admin menu and click on Immunizations under the General section. You'll see a list of all the immunizations that have been recorded in the system and whether it's active or inactive. To add a new immunization, click on Create Immunization. Fill in the required information, such as the name of the immunization and whether it is an optional shot, then click Save to add the new immunization to your list. To track the child's immunizations, go to the Students menu and select Create or Change Child Information. Click on the Edit button next to a child's name to add an immunization to their profile. Scroll down to Immunizations and using the pick list, select the immunizations that the student has along with the date of the immunization. This way you can ensure that your students are up to date on their vaccinations and healthy. That's all there is to it. Each time a parent or staff member enters a medical clinic, doctor, or dentist into CRAFTS, that entry builds a list so that medical clinic, doctor, or dentist is available for anyone else that uses that system. This is one of the time-saving features that parents appreciate during the registration process. If you need to view or modify a medical clinic, doctor, or dentist entry, just go to the Admin menu and click on the Doctors and Dentists option under the General section. You'll see a list of all the doctors, dentists, and clinics, along with their address, phone number, and whether the doctor or dentist is active or inactive in CRAFTS. You can toggle between the list of doctors and dentists using the radio buttons under the List of Doctors and Dentists heading to see the list of only doctors or the list of only dentists. To add a new doctor or dentist, click on Create Doctor or Create Dentist. Fill in the required information such as the name of the doctor or dentist, clinic name, address, phone number, and whether they are active or inactive. Click Save to add the new doctor or dentist to your list. Then to assign doctors or dentists to students, go to the Students menu and select Create or Change Child Information. Click on the Edit button next to a child's name that you want to add a doctor or dentist to. Scroll down to the doctor's information or dentist's information section and click the appropriate button to add a doctor or dentist. Select the doctor or dentist that the child visits from the pick list you're prompted with. You can also add a new doctor, clinic, or dentist using the Add Doctor or Add Dentist button in the Doctors and Dentists pop-up. Once you save your entry, that's it. You're good to go. There's generally a pre-configured language list in CRAFTS. However, there are times when you may need to add additional languages to the list for parents to choose from. If you go to the Admin menu and click on the Languages option, you'll see a list of all the languages already in CRAFTS. You can add unlisted languages using the Create Language button. When adding a new language, create a unique code for the language code. Add the language name in the description and indicate whether the language is active or inactive, which in other words is whether the language can be used or not. Then just click Save to add the new language to your list. To assign additional languages to students, go to the Students menu and select Create or Change Child Information. Click the Edit button next to a child's name to add an additional language that the student speaks. Scroll down to Additional Languages and select the language that the child speaks from the pick list. Save it, and that's all there is to it. System variables are the core setup parameters of CRAFTS. They track and store essential aspects of an organization, such as its address, elements to show users, controls, etc. You can access system variables by clicking on System Variables under the General section of the Admin menu. We don't recommend you change values directly in the System Variable section unless guided by CRAFTS support. Instead, consider using the Setup Wizard. The Setup Wizard accessed from the Admin menu runs through all system variables in a more human and non-technical manner. Though it's good to know what system variables are, there is a strong chance that there's no need for someone non-technical to access them directly. The Refresh Enrollments feature in CRAFTS allows you to update fees for all students enrolled in a particular program with just one click. This is a fantastic feature to use when you change a program fee from, say, $50 to $55 or $500 to $550, and you need to update everyone's account, including any possible subsidy allocation that may need to be recalculated. To use the Refresh Enrollments feature, go to the Admin menu, click Refresh Enrollments and the check button to update the fees for all students enrolled with programs with a new fee. With one click, CRAFTS will tell you how many profiles are being updated. Then you either click the Update button to proceed or cancel to back out. CRAFTS allows you to send text messages to parents and educators using Twilio, a third-party messaging platform used by companies like Uber and Airbnb that integrates with CRAFTS to allow administrators to communicate with parents and educators. Here's how to use Twilio with CRAFTS. If you don't have a Twilio account already, the first thing you need to do is sign up for a Twilio account. Then in CRAFTS, go to the admin menu and click Twilio Information SMS. Under the SMS section, enter your Twilio account SID and auth token. Then click on Save Changes. You'll now be able to send text messages to parents and educators via Twilio when a cell phone number is saved in a staff or primary parent's profile. CRAFTS allows childcare providers to white label the login and online registration screens by allowing administrators to upload their own logo. Here's how to do it. While on the admin screen, click Logo Upload. Click the Upload button to select an image file of your logo. The logo file must be 400 by 400 pixels or less and under 500 kilobytes, or else an error will pop up. The pop-up should provide a link to a website that allows you to resize images. Just resize your logo file with this, or use your preferred image resizing tool and try to upload the file again. Press the Preview and Close button to save the logo. This feature allows your program to better market and promote itself. CRAFTS allows directors to upload their signatures for tax receipt purposes. Instead of manually signing each tax receipt, the image of the signature is placed on the tax receipt PDFs. The uploaded signature should be a maximum of 300 pixels and less than 1 MB. To upload a signature, click Signature Upload on the admin screen. Choose the image file containing the signature, ensuring it meets the specified dimensions and file size requirements. Once uploaded, the signature will be available for use on tax receipts. Using CRAFTS' signature upload feature completely simplifies a director's ability to sign tax receipts electronically, streamlining the documentation process and reducing paper waste. One of the key steps in setting up your CRAFTS administrator portal is configuring an email address for your account. CRAFTS software integrates seamlessly with Microsoft 365, enabling a secure data sync between the platforms. For an added level of security, Microsoft enforces multi-factor authentication on all their hosted email accounts. To achieve this level of security for your CRAFTS administrator account, you'll need an app password for the default email account during Step 11 of CRAFTS Setup Wizard. Keep watching to learn how to configure your Microsoft 365 email and set up your multi-factor authentication. Visit mysignins.microsoft.com/security info to begin. Once there, click on the Add Sign-in Method button. Next, select App Password and give your app password a name. Your password should be between 8 and 16 characters and contain no spaces or special characters. Then press Next to be presented with a pre-generated password. Copy and paste the password into the password field in Step 11 of CRAFTS Setup Wizard. And that's it! Configuring an app password takes just a minute but provides an extra layer of security for your CRAFTS account. For a step-by-step guide, visit getcrafts.ca/app password. CRAFTS offers a comprehensive range of settings that can be customized to suit your childcare center needs. Here's how you can access and review all the set parameters within your system using the Set Report. Click on the Print Setup Report option on the admin menu. You'll receive a PDF report displaying all configuration details in CRAFTS. Now you can easily visualize all settings in your system so you can make adjustments as necessary. We'll now move to managing staff and children records. Let's start with managing staff. We'll begin with creating user profiles for staff and the staff profile records that are automatically created for you. Let's review how to create new staff accounts. Let's click Users on the top menu to view both staff and parent accounts. To add a new staff account, click the green Create Account button. Next, make sure you've clicked Staff and enter the required information for your new employee. Then select which roles the staff has permission to access and which locations they have access to. Once done, click Save and a new pop-up will appear to create a unique password for your staff user account. When you click on the Employee menu option, you'll find the Staff Profile button that brings you to staff profile records that are automatically created when you create new staff user profiles. Let's edit one and review what we find. You can add details such as job title, personal address, and contact info, and this is where you would create a PIN for staff to punch into the time clock with. Just ensure there's a phone number in the home phone number field first. While we're in the employee or staff section, you'll see that you can also manage staff certifications and hours worked. Let's click the Staff Hours button and start there. This screen will list a summary of hours worked by staff, whether entered using the green Create Time Entry button on this screen or by staff using the time clock via attendance mode. If you need to edit an entry, just click the Edit button and manipulate the entry as necessary. Click the green Time Entry button to add another entry for the day for the selected staff. Please keep in mind that to delete a time entry record, both the time in and out times must be the same. So total time worked for the shift is 0 hours and 0 minutes, or there is no shift end time recorded. This ensures shifts cannot be deleted unless truly intentional. Let's go back out to the Employees menu and look at certifications. Let's review how to view, edit, and add staff reviews. Let's click the Employee button on the top menu and click Review Certifications. Here you can quickly view current employees and their hire date certifications, registration numbers, and their vulnerable sector checks. You can also delete any certifications if needed from staff. To add a new review, click the green Add Review button, where you can then select staff from a drop-down list and can include their hire date, playground policy review, health assessment, criminal reference check, etc. Staff notes can be included as well as any certifications that the staff has. Click Save and you're done. We'll now focus on student management by going to the Students menu. You'll see that just as many screens do, it'll ask, what do you want to do with students? You have options such as creating or changing children information, parent information, and enrollments along the top, and taking attendance, documenting observations, and printing paper attendance sheets in the second row of buttons. Let's review how to create or change enrollments using CRAFTS. Simply click the student's icon on the top menu, then select the purple icon that says Create or Change Enrollments on the Students menu. To filter out selecting a child that you'd like to change information for, simply select a location. Once you've selected your location, select the child that you'd like to edit their enrollment information for by clicking the Edit button on the far right. You can change their enrollment information such as their start date, their location, their program, their room, the days attending their school, and any notes that you need to add. You can also edit the subsidy information if the child is subsidized, and then you can also change their payment method if need be. If you want to create an enrollment, simply click the Create Enrollment button. You'd be taken through the same process where you'd have to input the child information, enrollment information, as well as the payment information, and whether the child is subsidized or not. You can also view the fees for any child by clicking the View Fee/Child button. Then you'll be taken to a list of children where you can see their program, location, age, fee, whether they're subsidized or not, their subsidized fee, any PA day rates, all within a click of a button. Let's review how to do attendance with CRAFTS. Simply go to your main dashboard and click the red button that says Take Attendance on the right-hand side. Once you're taken to the online attendance list, simply select your location, rooms, or providers if need be. You can either select the Update button to do individual children, which allows you to select a drop-off person or a pickup person, or you can select the checkbox to select multiple children and do bulk attendance. In this case, let's do an individual child. You will select the time in or the time out. You will put whether they pass their health check and select the drop-off person or the pickup person. Click Save and you're done. Now let's review CRAFTS financial functions. CRAFTS allows users to configure their various program offerings and manage their program fees directly. To do so, go to the Admin menu and click on Programs under the Financial section. You'll then be redirected to the List of Programs page where you can view and edit your existing programs. To edit a program, change its billing cycle, adjust its fee, or change the status from active to inactive, select the Edit button. To create a new program, click on the Create Program button. Select the program's billing type, then enter the required information below. Enter the program's code, its description, its associated fees, the locations where the program will be available, and any other necessary information. For example, if you wanted to offer an all-day Montessori program for school-aged children at your center. Enter the code, describe the program, then assign the corresponding fees. Select the program's locations and whether the program will be active or inactive. When you are done, click Save. To assign new programs to students, go to the Students menu and select Create or Change Enrollments. Click the Edit button next to a child's name that you want to change programs. Select the Choose Program button under Enrollment Information and select the new program from the list, then click Choose Selected. When you are finished, scroll down and hit Update Changes. Program add-ons are the additional services or features that you as childcare providers can offer to supplement your core programs. These add-ons are designed to provide extra value, cater to specific needs or interests, and enhance the overall experience for the children and families in your care. Consider program add-ons as the optional bonus features used to differentiate your childcare facility and attract families seeking specialized or enhanced programs. The most commonly used program add-ons are enrichment activities like music lessons and art classes, extended hours, meal services, transportation services, and parent engagement programs. CRAFTS allows users to easily manage their program add-ons and create new ones. To do so, go to the admin menu and click on Programs Add-ons under the Financial section. You'll then be redirected to a page with a list of additional programs. There you can manage the additional programs your center offers. To create an additional program, select the Create Additional Program button. Enter the program details including the code, description, as well as its active rate. Select if the program is active or not and whether it'll have a discount rate. When you are finished, click Save. To assign new program add-ons to students, go to the Students menu and select Create or Change Enrollments. Click the Edit button next to a child's name that you want to change programs. Select the Choose Program button under Enrollment Information and select the new add-ons from the list, then click Choose Selected. When you are finished, scroll down and hit Update Changes. CRAFTS offers a comprehensive solution for subsidy management. From facilitating subsidy reconciliation, integrating billing and payment processing, and centralizing financial management, CRAFTS empowers childcare providers to efficiently monitor and manage subsidies. To manage your subsidies, go to the Admin menu and click on Subsidy under the Financial section. You'll then be redirected to a page with a list of subsidies. There you can manage all of the subsidies your center offers. To create a new subsidy, select the Create Subsidy button. Enter the subsidy's code, its description, any miscellaneous details before selecting the subsidies method from the option window. When you are done, click Save Subsidy. To assign a new subsidy to students, go to the Students menu and select Create or Change Enrollments. Next, click the Edit button next to a child's name that you want to assign a subsidy. Scroll to the Subsidized Enrollment section and select the subsidy from the Subsidy Provider drop-down. Select the Enter Subsidy Amount Instead option if you wish to manually enter the rate. When you are finished, scroll to the bottom and hit Update Changes. As childcare providers, you understand the critical role accurate and organized financial management plays in the successful operation of your center. Not only does accurate financial management allow you to track your expenses, monitor your income, and effectively allocate resources, organized financial management enables you the ability to generate meaningful reports, analyze trends, and make informed decisions about your facility. CRAFTS offers a list of financial and reason codes that enables your program to tag or categorize different types of financial transactions. To manage your financial codes, log into CRAFTS, go to the Admin menu and select Finance Reason Codes under the Financial section. You'll then be redirected to a page that lists all of your center's financial codes. To edit a code, change its description, its transaction type, or its status from active to inactive, select the Edit button. If you need a new code to represent an undocumented transaction type, such as bad debt or write-off, create a new financial code by pressing the Create Code button. Enter the name of the financial code you wish to create, for example, BR, bad debt. Select its billing payment type, which for bad debt or write-off would be billing reversal, whether it can be used with cash, and whether it will be active or inactive. Next, enter a description for your code, such as bad debt, and when you're finished, press Save. Financial codes cannot be deleted without contacting support, so take careful consideration when creating new codes. CRAFTS gives you the ability to easily apply for merchant accounts with Bambora, a leading payment processing provider based in Vancouver. Bambora integrates with CRAFTS to offer a robust and reliable payment service for childcare providers. To register for a Bambora account for processing parent fees through CRAFTS, go to the Admin menu and select the Apply for Merchant Account under the Financial section. This will redirect you to the Bambora website where you can sign up for a Bambora account. Once registered and approved, You can enter settings in CRAFTS from Bambara to start accepting a variety of payment methods, including credit cards and electronic fund transfers known as EFTs, directly within CRAFTS. CRAFTS provides a smooth and effective solution for processing payments via electronic fund transfer through various Canadian banking institutions. This pre-authorized payment process allows your program to easily collect childcare fees from parents. CRAFTS seamlessly integrates with our worldwide payment processor to securely process parent fees directly from parent bank accounts or by credit card. To set up your program's merchant account, go to the Admin menu and click on Merchant Information under the Financial section. You'll then be redirected to the Merchant Info page where you can manage new or existing merchant accounts. To update existing information or change its status, select the Edit button. To add a new merchant, select the New Merchant button. Enter the required information from the payment processor's portal, including your merchant or account name, ID, and corresponding passcodes. Next, select the activity status. When you are done, click Process Update. Though you can make corrections, merchant information cannot be deleted without contacting support, so take careful consideration when adding new merchants. CRAFTS leverages electronic fund transfers to streamline payment processes for childcare administrators. By utilizing EFTs, you can securely transfer funds directly from parent bank accounts to your childcare center, eliminating the need for checks or cash. To do so, go to the Admin menu and select EFT Parent Bank Accounts under the Financial section. You'll then be redirected to a page that lists any parents with banking information in the system. This page lets you manage your existing bank accounts for EFTs. To update or deactivate existing EFTs, select the Edit button. To create a new EFT, select the New EFT button. Select the name of the parent you are creating the EFT for from the drop-down window. Then enter the name of the account holder, as well as the rest of the required information. Once finished, press Save EFT and you're done. To assign a new EFT payment to students, go to the Students menu and select Create or Change Enrollments. Next, click the Edit button next to a child's name that you want to assign an EFT profile to. Scroll to the Payment Method section and select the EFT from the Payment Method window. To successfully assign an EFT payment profile to a child's enrollment profile, you must first ensure that their parent or guardian has a registered EFT profile. If no EFT profile exists, select the option to add one from the pop-up window. When you are finished, hit Update Changes. Let's review how to do batch billing with CRAFTS. Batch billing is used to bill multiple children easily at once. Start with clicking the billing option on the top menu, then the blue batch billing icon on the billing menu. Select the interval for the invoice date, and the invoice period, then click Continue. On the next screen, select the location and all the children in that location you would like to bill. If you need to bill an additional program fee or an item fee to a child, select the child first, then click the Add Additional Line button. Enter the appropriate details into the Additional Item pop-up box and click Submit Bill. You'll now see that item in the list with the other bills. For those of you who bill based on a child's attendance, using the Bill by Attendance button will read any selected child's attendance records in CRAFTS and bill accordingly. For common non-attendance-based billing, once you've chosen multiple children to bill, just click the Calculate Invoice button. Review bills and click the Process Billing button to finish. You'll notice that CRAFTS will separate subsidy amounts and include any applicable discounts accordingly. Let's review how to do custom billing with CRAFTS. Start with clicking the Billing option on the top menu. Then the green Custom Billing icon on the billing menu. Select a child, a location, a program, and a billing date. Don't forget to mark whether or not the child is subsidized. That's on the right-hand side. Once you've selected those things, the fee for that child will show up. Then select the number of days and PA days to bill, and it'll automatically be calculated. So will the subsidy if you chose that option. Enter a description of the payment and the invoice period, and that's it. Now you are ready to do custom billing with CRAFTS. Let's review how to process additional bills such as late fees, trip fees, or registration fees. If you want to add an additional fee to a child's bill, simply click the billing icon on the top menu. Then click the purple button that says Additional Fee on the billing menu, and you'll be taken to the Additional Fee billing page. There you will select the location, which will filter out the children or child that needs to be billed, and then you will select the billing date. Next, over to the billing date, you will select the fee type. Once you select the fee type, the amount will be posted, and you will calculate the invoice by clicking the Calculate Invoice button. This feature allows you to credit or refund children. Simply click the billing icon on the top menu, then click the burgundy icon on the billing menu. You'll be asked if it's an individual or a batch credit. You'll be asked to select the location, the room, and the child. Then you'll be asked if the credit is based on a flat amount, flat calculated daily amount, or daily calculated amount from a child's enrollment fee. You'll then be asked if it's a subsidized credit. If you answer yes, select an option for a subsidy provider. If your answer is no, click Next. You'll then be asked for a reason and description. Select your reason, write in a description, and click Proceed. Now that you've entered that information, you'll be taken to the Batch Parent Credits page. Similar to batch billing, there's also a batch credit option. Simply follow the same steps. Select your location, your dates, and your children, and then click Calculate Credits to credit accordingly. And that's how you credit or refund children using CRAFTS. This feature allows you to look at all the summary of credit transactions that have ever been made. Let's get started. Click the billing icon on the top menu, then click the red button that says Review Credits. Select your location and your dates if need be, and then you'll get a list of specific transactions within that time period and for that location. Let's review how to view billing payments. Click Billing in the top navigator and then the red Review button, and that's it. There you can see all recent billing payments where you can categorize by different location start and end dates, and if you'd like to see subsidies included. Let's review how to do adjustments using CRAFTS. Simply click the billing icon on the top menu, then click the light blue button on the billing menu that says Adjustments. You would start by selecting your bill information. This includes the location, the child, the reference bill, the billing code, and the program. You would also enter whether the child is subsidized or not, and don't forget to select the subsidy provider. You will enter parent expenses. If need be, you will add the days credited or the PA days credited. One unique feature is that if the child is subsidized, the subsidy information will automatically be entered for you. You can also add in other fees if need be, like registration fees, admin fees, or miscellaneous fees. Then at the bottom, the transaction summary will be created automatically. Another way of adjusting a bill is simply to click the bill number or search it in the search bar. Once you've selected a bill that you want to adjust, you'll be taken to the View Bill section where you are able to look at all the information about the bill. To adjust the bill, since the information is already there for you, all you have to do is change the number of days and the value will change along with it. You also have the option of deleting the bill, but you can only delete the last bill if you haven't already processed a payment against it. Let's review how to print or email account statements to parents. You can either go to the billing or payment section in the top navigator. Then we're going to press the pink account statement button. Here you'll see your different locations and rooms to choose from. Select the location and room you want and the invoice date range. You can also choose the print style of sequential or breakdown. From there, you can select the parent you want to send an invoice to or print out their account statement. To print, simply click the print button, and to email it to parents, simply click Send Invoice. Let's review how to accept payments using CRAFTS. Simply click the Payments icon on the top menu, then select the dark blue button that says Accept Payments. On the Payments menu, first select your location to filter out the child that you'd like to accept the payment from. Then you can search in the search bar the child that you're looking for, or you can go down the list and click Receive Payments. On the right-hand side, you will select the payment date, the payment code meaning whether it's cash credit or check. Then you'd select the payments that you'd like to accept. You'll select whether it's deposited or not, add a description if need be, then click Process Payment. Let's review how to make custom payments using CRAFTS. Simply select the Payments icon on the top menu, then select the green button that says Custom Payments on the payment menu. You will select your location, the parent that you'd like to do the custom bill for. Add a description if need be and select the payment code, whether the payment is cash, check, or credit. Depending on the selection you chose, you will enter the required field, such as the reference number for checking. You will input the payment amount and the deposit date, and that's it. To process an EFT using CRAFTS, simply click the Payments icon on the top menu, then select the purple button that says Process EFT on the Payments menu. You will select your location to filter out which students you'll be processing the EFT for. You will select however many bills that you want to process, and then you would press the green button to process the full EFT, confirm the process and the date, and that's it. If you want to process a partial EFT, select your location again, select the bill that you'd like to process, then click the blue button that says Process Partial EFT. You will select a withdrawal date and a payment percentage, and then you would confirm it. And if there's ever a case where you need to make a payment that's non-EFT, you would press the yellow button on the far right. Let's review how to deposit and/or delete payments. Start with pressing the payment button on the top menu, then the Review Summary of Payments button. Once there, you can select your location and date range to get a categorized drop-down list of parents. From there, you can select the parent you want and either delete the payment if it was an error or deposit the payment. Key note here, you can only delete payments if that was the latest transaction. You will get a confirmation pop-up like this to make sure you want to delete the payment, and a pop-up like this if it isn't the latest transaction. If you still want to remove the payment even though it wasn't the latest transaction, you'd have to do a payment reversal rather than a payment deletion. This can be found back on the payment dashboard. To delete the payment, select the parent and press the red Delete Payment button. Let's learn how to do payment reversals. Let's go to the Payment section on the top menu and click the blue Adjustments button. Here you can review previous payment reversals made based on location and process payment reversals. To add a payment reversal, press the Add Payment Reversal button. Then select the parent for the reversal and click the payment code for a drop-down list of the payment reversal reasonings. Then select which parent you'd like to adjust the adjustment date and the payment amount. You can also add a description if needed. Now let's dive into key features from CRAFTS registration system. As a child care provider, obtaining proper consent forms from parents is crucial to ensuring the safety and well-being of the children in your care and protecting the organization from litigation. As you know, policies and consents can cover essential details like how to deal with medical issues, handling photos, adhering to family handbooks, and more. CRAFTS makes managing consent forms a breeze. With CRAFTS, you can create consent forms that become mandatory for parents to complete during registration. The benefit of this for the daycare program is that all consents are easily accessible through CRAFTS when you either go to the consent status or enrollment form reports on the report menu. To create consent forms, you can either use Step 13 of the Setup Wizard or go to the Admin menu and select Consent Forms under the Registration section. By clicking Consent Forms, you will be redirected to a list of the existing consent forms in the system, allowing you to view and edit them. To create a new form, click Create Consent Form. When creating or editing consent forms, the code field is mandatory but not visible to parents and is only used by staff as a quick identifier for the consent form. For instance, you might use transport as the code, and the name field of the consent form, which is the title or policy name, might be our transportation policy. Then you can add a link to any external reference PDFs or websites in the link field, and most importantly, the details of the policy the parent is consenting to in the description field. Next, select whether the form is active and enter the order it will appear in during registration. When you're finished, hit Save Consent Form. Onboarding new families is a critical part of running a successful childcare business, but it can also be very time-consuming. CRAFTS streamlines this process, not only allowing you to quickly import family and child data, but also providing the ability to create custom onboarding questions within seconds. Here's a walkthrough on how to create onboarding questions using CRAFTS. Navigate to the Admin menu and select Onboarding under the Registration section. You'll then be redirected to a page listing all your onboarding questions so you can view or edit your questions. To create a new onboarding question, click Create New. Enter the question and select its question type. Then determine the order you wish the question to appear during registration, its activity status, and whether the answer is optional. For example, if you wanted to ask an open-ended question regarding comfort methods, you could pose a question asking parents their preferred way of soothing their child. Then choose the field option from the question type window instead of the drop-down radio or checkbox options, as they only allow for specific answers. When you're finished, hit Save option, and that's all there is to it. As childcare providers, you know what a time-consuming process onboarding new families can be, but with CRAFTS, you can streamline this task and get new enrollments set up in no time. CRAFTS allows you to quickly import all of the essential data about a family and their children in seconds, reducing the need for manual data entry and saving you valuable time and effort. To import new families and children into CRAFTS, navigate to the Admin menu and select Import Parent and Children under the Registration section. Select the Import Data button from the top of the page to download the template and import the data file from your device. If for whatever reason you are not able to import the file and you wish to enter the information manually, select the Add New Row option. In the new row, enter all of the required registration information. When you are finished, select Save Data. If using the import template file, enter information in the appropriate columns, using what's on the import screen in CRAFTS as a guide for what fields are mandatory or what columns such as gender, location, program description is subsidized and room should contain. Once you've updated the CSV, use the Import Data button to select and import the file and you should be good to go. CRAFTS' intuitive quick add function allows you to rapidly register new families and children within seconds. This efficient registration process eliminates the need for manual data entry, saving you valuable time and effort. Here's how to quickly register families using CRAFTS. Select the Quick Add Child function from the top menu bar, or navigate to the Admin menu and select Quick Add Families under the Registration section. On the Quick Add page, enter the child's name and date of birth. Next, enter the name of the child's parent or guardian, as well as their contact information. From the drop-down window, select their relation. At this time, you can also choose to enroll a sibling by selecting the Add Sibling option. Once the family information has been entered, hit Finish and Enroll to continue to the enrollment process. CRAFTS allows childcare providers to enroll children and assign them parents and guardians within seconds. Here's how to do it. Navigate to the Admin menu and select Assign Children to Parents under the Registration section. You'll then be redirected to a page that allows you to sort through the children in your system that have not been previously assigned a parent or guardian. To assign a child a parent or guardian, select the Children Without Parents radio option. From the Children Without Parents drop-down window, choose a child from the list. Then, from the Parents drop-down window, select the name of that child's corresponding parent or guardian. When you are finished, select the Assign button, and that's how easy it is to assign children to parents using CRAFTS. Let's review the process of opening balances using CRAFTS. But before we dive into the practical steps of using the Enter Opening Balances feature, let's take a moment to understand what opening balances mean. Opening balances are the initial financial amounts associated with each child's account at the beginning of a billing period. Accurately tracking these balances is crucial for your center's financial management. Inaccurate opening balances can lead to billing errors, cash flow issues, and difficulty reconciling your books. That's where CRAFTS comes in. CRAFTS intuitive software automatically updates opening balances, ensuring you always have an accurate financial picture. This feature is particularly valuable if you're transitioning from another payment or childcare management system and need to bring over existing financial data. Now, let's walk through how to effectively use the Enter Opening Balances feature. Navigate to the Admin menu and select Enter Opening Balances under the Registration section. You'll then be redirected to a page where you can view the children in your system that have not been previously billed. Here is where you can choose to enter an opening amount or an outstanding balance for the calendar year based on your previous payment or childcare management system. Using the location and room checkboxes to provide a filter, select the names of the children whose families you'd like to bill. Next, enter the respective balance in the provided field for each child. Don't forget to select the billing date that corresponds to when these opening balances apply. When you're finished, hit Save Balances. Once you've finished adjusting the balances, navigate to the Payments menu and select the Accept Payment option. You'll then be redirected to a page displaying the outstanding balance for families in your system. From here, you can either individually update parent records by clicking the Receive Payment button or click the Quick Pay by Bill button to record all payments at once. And that's how easy CRAFTS makes it to update opening balances and collect payment. CRAFTS takes the hassle out of childcare registration. With a few clicks, you can email personalized registration links to all your families at once. Parents can click the link to register for CRAFTS and enroll their children digitally. It's a fast and paperless way to onboard new families and makes for an efficient enrollment process. To send online registrations to parents in bulk, navigate to the Admin menu and select Send Bulk Online Registrations under the Registration section. You'll then be redirected to a page where you can craft your registration message and manage recipient email addresses. You may already see a list of emails with parent names beside them and a green checkbox. These are for families already entered in CRAFTS. If you wish to exclude waitlisted parents from receiving another registration email, check the Do Not Include Waitlisted Parents checkbox. To manually select a parent email, scroll down and hit the Deselect All button. Then individually select the emails you wish to contact. If a parent or guardian email is missing from the list, you can manually enter it in the New Emails field. To enter multiple emails, separate the email addresses with a comma. If you like to add a personalized message, maybe one welcoming new parents to your center, enter your greeting in the message field. You can use the attachment button to add additional files to your emails. Once your message is ready and your email addresses are in place, click the check button to review it or hit send. Parents should receive an email with instructions on how to register and log into CRAFTS. And there you have it. You've successfully learned how to send bulk online registrations using CRAFTS. In this next part, we'll explore CRAFTS home care, observation, and Dropbox features. Let's review how to do observations using CRAFTS. Simply click the student's icon on the top menu, then click the light blue icon that says Document Observations on the student menu. After that, you'll select your location and rooms if need be, then select the child that you'd like to make the observation for and click the green button that says Add. You will be taken to the observation tracking page, where you will select an observation card. Once you select your observation card, you'll be given a field of questions to answer. You will fill in the required fields and add any notes in the description part if you'd like to. And then click Save Observation and you're done. If you want to go back and look at the observation that you've made, simply look up the child in the search bar and click the History button on the left side. Then you'll be taken to a page of all observations ever made and you can edit them at any time. Observation elements are useful tools that provide details to a child's behavioral report. These elements are considered action fields and are often used to communicate when a specific action was taken. For example, in a child's rest log, the action element would be whether a child slept that day. When reporting, users would select either yes or no using the radio dial. CRAFTS allows for users to customize and create their own unique elements. To do so, go to the Admin menu and click on Observation Elements under the Observation section. You'll then be directed to the Observation Option page, where you can view and edit your existing elements. To create a new observation element, click on the Create New button. Once on the Edit page, enter the name of the action you'd like to track and select the option types. You can add additional options by clicking the Add Option button. When you are finished, click Save Option. For example, for a potty training log, you could create an action field for urination to detail the success of a child's potty training efforts. Observation elements cannot be deleted without contacting support, so take careful consideration when creating new action fields. Observation reports play a crucial role in early childhood education by providing valuable insights into children's development, behaviors, and learning progress. When navigating to the observation tracking page, you'll notice at the top a selection of predetermined option fields. These are what we call observation cards. Observation cards are pre-designed cards that act as prompts and guides for recording a child's development. Each card focuses on a topic to be monitored and tracked throughout each day to provide insight on a child's behavior. To manage your observation cards, go to the Admin menu and click on Observation Cards under the Observation section. You'll be directed to the Observation Card page where you can view and edit your existing cards. To create a new observation card, click on the Create New button. Enter the name of the observation you'd like to track, select the icon and the color you'd like associated with it. Next, enter any reporting questions the observation must answer. When you are done, click the Update Option button. Observation cards cannot be deleted without contacting support, so take careful consideration when creating new cards.
Let's review how to register for a free Dropbox account and configure it to work with CRAFTS. Start by going to Dropbox.com and clicking the Sign Up option in the top right corner. You can sign in with your Google or Apple account or create a new sign-in using your email address. Once you click Agree and sign up, you may need to click Continue on your own if it presents itself. And then click the Other button. At this point, you should switch over to your email account and click the Verify Your Email button from the email sent to you by Dropbox. Once your account is verified, go to dropbox.com/developers, which will bring you to the App Creation console where you will click the blue Create Apps button towards the left of the page. Under Choose an API, select Scoped Access New App folder under Section 2 and give your app a name in Section 3. If you choose a name that is taken or that violates the Dropbox naming convention, it will show you a prompt as highlighted here. We suggest you use a name such as CRAFTS_daycare name. Click the I agreed to Dropbox API terms and conditions checkbox and the Create App button in the bottom right corner to continue. On the next page, click on the Permissions tab and put check marks in the Files Content Write, Files Content Read, and Sharing Write checkboxes. Click the Submit button at the bottom of the page, then click on the Settings tab. On the Settings tab, enter your redirect URI. This will be in the format of your CRAFTS portal name with a /admin/auth at the end of it. So for our demonstration, we'll pretend our CRAFTS portal name is https://dropbox.usecrafts.ca, and we'll add the /admin/auth to the end of it and press the Add button to save it. Under the Generated Access Token label, let's click the Generate button to finish the configuration in Dropbox. Now we'll start copying the values from Dropbox into CRAFTS. Let's start with the app folder name. Just highlight the value and copy the app folder name that you created and switch over to CRAFTS. Go to the admin screen and navigate to the setup wizard at the bottom of the first column. Scroll down to step 10, which is the Dropbox integration screen, and copy the app folder name into the Dropbox app name field. Then we'll switch back to Dropbox and copy the generated access token value. Then go back to CRAFTS and paste it in the Dropbox access token field. Let's repeat the process for the Dropbox app key and Dropbox app secret fields. So we'll highlight the app key from the Dropbox screen and copy it into the Dropbox app screen in CRAFTS. Click Show on the app secret in the Dropbox screen and paste it in the Dropbox app secret field in CRAFTS. Then click Continue Setup in the CRAFTS Setup wizard. We will click Admin in the top menu of CRAFTS and complete the process by clicking the link Dropbox link on the right side of the screen. At this point, the integration is complete, and we can always test by creating an observation for child. When we create the observation and add a picture, once saved, we can go back into the child's historical profile, and we should see the picture that we saved there. If you see the picture, then you know the configuration was successful. If you do not see the picture, please contact CRAFTS support for assistance.
As childcare administrators, you are responsible for overseeing both your center-based operations and any of your affiliated home care locations. Fortunately, CRAFTS can streamline this management process. For licensed home child care agencies, CRAFTS comprehensive features enable you to effortlessly oversee home care providers, easily manage attendance, grant tracking, and provider payments directly within the platform. Here's how to manage your home care providers. From the main menu at the top of the page, click the Home Care option. That will bring you to the Home Care main menu. Select the Provider's Manage Profiles button to show all providers in the system. To edit a provider's info, to say update their grant details or capacity, click the Edit button on the appropriate provider. To add a new home care provider, select the Create Provider button. Enter the provider's name, address, and contact information, as well as the applicable HCCEG or grant rates. Then, enter all necessary home care details, including policies and certifications. When you are finished, select Save Provider and Create User. This will allow you to create a user account for the provider to log in with. The final step for managing providers and ensuring they only see information relevant to them would be to click the Employees button after saving the user profile. Go to the Staff Profiles section and edit the provider's profile. Scroll down to the Is Home Care Provider field. Choose Yes and select the applicable provider's name from the list and save. Please note that CRAFTS Home Child Care module is only available to licensed home care agencies. For more on CRAFTS features, visit getcrafts.ca. This concludes our full CRAFTS tutorial. For For more information, visit getcrafts.ca. Thanks for watching.